Good morning, children. Let's continue. So, we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 20, Whose Forest? Let's start. Daughter of the jungle. Look at the picture. Where do you think these children are off to? With little bundles on their sticks. When you find out, you too would want to go with them. The children are going to the forest. There they jump, run, climb trees and sing songs in their language called Kuduk. They pick up the fallen flowers and leaves to weave them into necklaces. Okay? They enjoy the wild fruits. They look for birds whose calls they imitate. No, they just look for those birds, and when they call, they speak, when they chirp, they try to copy them. Imitation means copying them. Joining them in all this fun is their favorite Didi Suryamani. So she is Suryamani. Every Sunday, Suryamani takes the children to the forest. As they move around, she shows them how to recognize the trees, the plants and animals. Children enjoy this special class in a forest. Suryamani always says to learn to read the forest is as important as reading books. She says, we are forest people, Adivasis. Our lives are linked to the forest. If the forests are not there, we won't remain too. Okay. So this is the story of a girl star. What is girl star? Please underline. Girl star is a project which tells the extraordinary tales of an ordinary girls by going to school. So these girls, they go to school and then how they change their life while going to school. Okay, children. So let's continue. So this is Suryamani Didi, and she used to take children to the forest every Sunday. And she says that we are Adivasis and we are linked, our lives are linked to the forest only. Alright? She's planting a seed plant over here, you can see. Now growing up. Suryamani loves the forest since she was a child. She would not take the direct road to the school but would choose the path through the forest. Suryamani's father had a small field. Her family used to collect leaves and herbs from the forest and sell them in the bazaar. Her mother would weave baskets from bamboo or make leaf plates out of the fallen leaves, but now no one can pick up a single leaf from the forest. Now you can't do that, it's not allowed now. That is since Shambhu and the contractor came there. The people of Suryamani's village were afraid of this contractor. Everyone except Budiya Mai. She would say, we the people of the forest have a right over it and will look after our forest. We don't cut trees like these contractors do. The forest is like a collective bank, not yours or mine alone. We take from it only as much as we need. We don't use up all our wealth. She was saying, Budiya Mai was saying that we have the right over the forest and we take care of this forest because this forest only provides us with everything. So we are not going to take everything from the forest. Okay. Suryamani's father could no longer support the family on the small land. He moved to the town in search of work, but things did not improve. Sometimes there would be no food in the house. At times, Mania Chacha, uncle, would send some grains from his small shop to Suryamani's house. Chacha tried to got uh, hard and got the admission for Suryamani in the school in Bishanpur. Please underline. Chacha got Suryamani admitted in the school in Bishanpur. Here, they would not have to pay for the fees, uniforms, and books. Suryamani would have to stay there and study. But Mania Chacha was firm. Suryamani did not want to leave her village and forest, but Mania Chacha was firm. If you do not study, what will you do? Go hungry? Suryamani would argue. Why should I go hungry? The jungle is there to help. Chacha tried to explain. But we are being moved away from our forests. Even the forests are disappearing. In their place, mines are being dug, dams are being built. Believe me, it is important for you to study, to understand about the laws. Maybe then you can help to save our forest. Young Suryamani listened and tried to understand some of what he said. Okay. So she was like, I don't need to go to study. I don't want to stay there because I'll have to go from here and stay there. Then how will I go to jungle and all? So she didn't want to leave the jungle, leave the forest. But he somehow explained her that if you want to help this jungle, you will have to know the law. Then only you can help us. So you have to go and study. Okay. Alright. Moving ahead. Suryamani's journey. Suryamani was filled with joy on seeing the school at Bishanpur. The school was near a thick forest. Suryamani studied hard and passed her BA. After getting a scholarship, she was the first girl in the village to do this. While she was in college, she met Vasavi Didi, a journalist. Who was Vasavi Didi? She was a journalist. Suryamani soon joined her to work for the Jharkhand Bachao Andolan. Children, you have to underline. Alright, this is important question. Who was Suryamani? Who was Vasavi Didi? Vasavi Didi was a journalist. Alright. Then which work she joined? For the Jangal Bachao Andolan. That is movement to save the forest of Jharkhand. So this work took Suryamani to far off towns and cities. Her father did not like this, but Suryamani continued her work. Not only that, she also started to fight for the rights of the village people. Her childhood friend Bijoy helped her in this work. Suryamani had another friend called Mirchi, who stayed with her day and night. Who is Mirchi? Mirchi is this one. Mirchi is a parrot. Okay. Suryamani would share all her thoughts and dreams with Mirchi. Mirchi would listen and says, "Kee, kee." Suryamani had a dream. For her Kuduk community, she wanted all her people to feel proud of being Adivasis. Again here from the teacher's note, one important questions. This is important question, children. Please read and underline. There should be a debate on the need and also the problem associated with the building of the big dams, roads, mining project, etc. This is important for the students to discuss and understand all this. Drawing out water, petrol, and digging of minerals from under the ground. Commercial fishing from the seas are the examples of using our common resources. So the question might be, what are the common uh, um, resources of today's world? So how do we get the resource? So we get resource from all this. Okay. So now Suryamani's Torang, and this is the Right to Forest Act 2007, and there is one more paragraph. This map is very important. In the exam it is asked, name the place which is highly densed. So you can see this place, the most darkest place of all is this, isn't it? Is Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh you find lot of greenery over here. So you can find here little in Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Sikkim. Here in Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, it's nicely, densely green. Then Odisha is green. So wherever you see here, little Goa and Kerala is green. Where you don't find, Uttarakhand is nice and green. See Punjab, Chandigarh, Haryana, Delhi, Rajasthan. Here you don't find anything, no greenery. Of course, here in Gujarat you can see very little, but in Gujarat also it's equal to no. Right. So this diagram map is very, very, very important, children. Then there is lottery in Mizoram, that we'll see later. Alright. So let's stop here, then we'll continue our next topic in the next period. Okay. So a big chapter is this. This is not a very small chapter. Many questions can be asked. So this diagram of map you can draw, right? Suryamani's Torang. Suryamani was 21 when she opened a center with the help of Vasavi Didi and others. She called it Torang, which means jungle in the Kuduk. What does Torang means? Torang means jungle in the Kuduk language. Suryamani wanted that on festival people should sing their own songs. They should not forget their music and should enjoy wearing their traditional clothes. Children should also learn about herbs, medicines, and the art of making things from bamboo. Children should learn the language of school but must link it with their own language. All this happens in the Torang Center. Many special books about the Kuduk community and other Adivasis have been collected. Flutes and different types of drums are also kept there. Okay. So let's continue rest of the part in the next period.